Virginia Tech, are you see a lot like CBS Sports and some others, they always throw out their way too early dark horses. Are they a true dark horse? I mean, have they made this kind of this turn back towards the center and maybe even upwards in the ACC?
Yeah, Virginia Tech, that's a program that's got a lot of, historical success here in the last 20, 30 years. And we're not too far removed from them being at or near the top of the ACC. As I quickly look back to see what their dashboard looks like from a year ago, Virginia Tech, for me, a team that, again, let me pull that up here real quickly, a team that performed better than I expected last year based on my numbers. They were an overperforming team, just slightly getting back to 6-6. I expected about 5 wins for them. So I have to take a look to see what their returning production numbers look like and just what we're looking at in terms of their more recent Kelley Ford rating history. But the ACC of the Big 12, if we're looking at Power 4 conferences, the Big 12 is going to be wide open. I'm really not sure. There's a handful of teams that you can make a case for. But outside of that, the ACC is a conference where there's a lot of uncertainty. You would think that a Clemson, a Florida State, a Miami, those programs, I'm on record, those programs should be grabbing that conference by the neck and saying, this is ours. Like, we are going to own this conference for however much longer we have the ACC with this composition. We're going to own it. We have the history. We have the resources. We have the tradition. We have the coaches. We have the recruiting. We're going to own it. They haven't really done that. Florida State, of course, last year. Clemson, if you go back 5, 6, 7 years. Miami, we're still waiting on that. Every single year, it seems, whether it's North Carolina, whether it's Louisville, whether it's Pitt from a couple of years ago with Kenny Pickett, it seems like we do get a team that we don't expect out of the ACC to really make a run towards that title game. Virginia Tech's going to look around and think, why not us? They got off to a slow start last year. They were 2-4 at one point before they really started turning things around and playing better football. They ended the year for me number 51 in my power rating. So I'm not ready to say they're going to be a dark horse, but they could look around and say, why not us? We can do it. So they'll be an interesting team to watch. I wouldn't go as far as to call them a dark horse just yet.
Make sure to find him on X at Kelley Ford Ratings, also KFordRatings.com. Kelley, I appreciate your time. Hey, before I let you go, did you get a chance to take in the LSU-Iowa game last night in women's basketball?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you've got Caitlin Clark and going up against Angel Reese in the revenge game, right? Last night was a great night for women's college basketball. And, yes, it was very exciting. I think on the women's side, they've got a great Final Four set up. UConn finally makes it back there. It's been a while for them. Caitlin Clark looking to finish the deal this year. South Carolina, of course, an undefeated team. And then NC State. Jake, I don't know. I don't believe, unless I'm forgetting a year, I don't believe we've ever had a year in which two programs have both their gender, men and women, in the Final Four in the same year. Of course, we have that this year with NC State and UConn. So, yes, I did see the game last night. It was incredible, as always, anytime Caitlin Clark is on the floor. It is must-see TV. I live up in Indiana. I think we talked about that before. The Fever have the number 1 pick in the WNBA draft. I'm certainly hoping that they don't mess that one up. It seems like Caitlin Clark's the play, so I'm hopefully going to be able to see her play in person for the next decade or so.
Kelley, great stuff as always. Look, I appreciate you. We'll visit next Wednesday. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Jake. Appreciate it. Have a good one.